Hi guys, welcome to MiiCoffee show. My name is Jack and today we are talking about tamping and tampers. Today I'm going to put against each other MiiCoffee tamper, Normcore tamper and the original force tamper. That should be very interesting video. Lots of you asked questions about those tampers, which one to choose. Today is the day. If you are as excited as myself, definitely click like, sit tight and enjoy. So what I'm going to do, first let's talk about each of those tampers. We will do some practical tests and at the end I will tell you which one I would recommend and why. As you know, tamping is an integral part of pretty much every coffee pack prep. What are the three most important things about tamping? Consistency, evenness and precision. And those three things I will be using to score, to judge those tampers. When I first started my adventure with espresso, I was using this, well, or something similar like this. This is a 58mm tamper and yes, it works, it's nice and heavy, it looks okay. The issue with this is the lack of consistency, lack of evenness and lack of precision. Because it's a 58mm tamper, it does not tamp all the way till the edges. Most of the time, I mean depending which filter basket do you use. If you have 58mm portafilter, you want 58.3, maybe 58.5. Another thing with this one is because it's not self-leveling. Often when you tamp, you are uneven. Parts of the coffee pack are tamped deeper, the extraction won't be even, parts of the coffee pack will be over, a part will be under extracted. Obviously with time, with experience, you are able to use this tamper with great results. For me, even though I know how to use it, for me self-leveling tamper is a must. And therefore, at some point I got this. So that's the Normcore, I think version 3 tamper, self-leveling, spring-loaded tamper. The tamper weighs 385 grams, comes in a box. I lost the box some time ago. You also get a base for the tamper. It comes with 3 different springs. The one that it's already installed, it's a 25-pound spring. The obvious difference between the regular tamper and this one comes with that bit here. So when you position it on the portafilter, you know that you should be pretty much leveled. The way it works, this one moves up and down here, but the spring is attached to the main base of the tamper inside. Therefore, you should not over tamp with this tamper. It can tamp nicely all the way till the edges. The thing that I don't like about this tamper, the look, I mean, it's very subjective, but in between those 3 or 4, this one I think is the ugliest. And also, there is always some coffee dust that gets in between that plate and the base of the tamper, so it can be a little bit messy. The price of this tamper, again, I bought it some time ago. You can find it on special offer on Amazon. I will put my links in the description. It's about 40-45 pounds, so I would say affordable. For what it offers, very affordable. Now, this MiiCoffee tamper is the cheapest of them all here. I bought it for like 27 pounds on Amazon, and I also think it is the best looking of them all here. I like the colors, I like how it feels in the hand. At the bottom you can see those ripples. Some people say it helps with the extraction. I'm not convinced about that, but then again, what do I know? It weighs 355 grams. It does not come with the base. It's also self-leveling, also very precise. I think it's 58.5. The thing with those ripples is that they attract coffee dust in between. But there is one thing that I don't like about this one. This one is also advertised as a calibrated tamper. Possibly technically it is, but not for me. So what you can see here, that lip here goes down, but the base of the tamper does not move at all. So what it means is that the outer layer provides resistance, and by moving it down you kind of meet that resistance. That should give you that 25 pounds of tamping force, tamping pressure, but the actual tamping you do yourself. You can see it clearly when you compare it to, let's say, with the Normcore tamper. This one, because it hasn't met a resistance, it would go all the way, but the moment it hits the coffee pack, it will only apply the force, that 25 pounds that the spring allows. This one only hits a certain level. You can very easily adjust the level. You can see those white markings here, so you can rotate it up or down to either tamp deeper or you can tamp less deep. What it means that each time you change the filter basket, and I change them often, even when you change the type of the coffee, it's a different volume of coffee, so each time you would have to readjust that tamper, and you never sure. You can over tamp, you can under tamp, so shot by shot you might be okay with this one, but when you want to compare different filter baskets, for example, you will never really know how deep and how hard you tamp. And now this one is the original force tamper. I wanted to get it pretty much forever, since I first saw it on a Hun's channel, but it is so bloody expensive. You can also get it on Amazon, I will put my links there. The tamper weighs around 350 grams, also comes with the base. This one is a silicone base. You get like a presentation box for this one. The box itself, I don't think I like the design. Plasticky cheap box for such an expensive tamper. You also get that pouch that you probably will never use. There are many different finishes, many different colors. You can find different shapes of that knob here. You can find one made out of wood. The same with the base. So my one is the flat original base, but you can find many different concave base. One with the ripples. So you can either buy more expensive tamper with all the attachments, or you can buy those attachments later on. The way it works, like all other self-leveling tampers, it rests on the edge of the portafilter. Once it meets the coffee pack, it applies the desired pressure. You can change, you can regulate that pressure. It gives you that nice click because there is that piston inside here. It's also very precise. You can choose slightly smaller diameters, but this one is 58.5. You have to be careful because it's so precise. Sometimes it can suck the coffee pack out. The few things that I don't like here, because that tamping base is so narrow, compare it with the Normcore or compare it with the MiiCoffee, you pretty much always get mess underneath here. You can see on that base, purposely I haven't cleaned it. It rattles a little bit. I mean, it has to rattle because it has that piston, so it has to go up and down, but I don't like when expensive things rattle so much. MiiCoffee. Pretty much no rattling at all. So it's ridiculously priced. Yes, there is some clever engineering here. Yes, it looks nice. Yes, it works nice, but £180 for the tamper? That's crazy. That's crazy. So guys, if you reach to this part of this short video, it's compulsory now to click like, consider subscribing to the channel. Plenty more things coming. I think for the next video, unless I change my mind, we will be comparing the F83V with Niche Duo. That should be a big one. So my final conclusions here. All three of those self-calibrated tampers, in my opinion, are better than the regular tamper. Each of them will help you to tamp more precisely and more evenly. MiiCoffee tamper, it's pretty much impossible to tamp unevenly, so it scores the highest in this department. It's also, in my opinion, the best looking of them all, and it is the cheapest. So if you are looking for a decent, cheap and self-leveling tamper, you may consider this one. But something that really does not work for me here is each time you change the dose, each time you change the basket, even when you move from, let's say, light to a dark roast coffee, you may need to adjust the depth. And it's always kind of like a guessing game. You're never 100% sure about the consistency. Now, both Normcore and the Force tamper, really good. They are precise, they are even, unless you really try to be uneven. Normcore served me well for many years. This Force tamper I always wanted, nicely made. I get that satisfying click at the end, which I really love. So which one of those two I would recommend? I think if you take price into consideration, it has to be a Normcore. I mean, it does almost everything as this Force tamper does, but for what? £40 instead of 170, 180. It does not look that good, but it does its job well. I like the fact that the base is slightly thicker here, so it does not get as messy as this one. I really like it. It really works for me. It will work for you. Now in the comments, please let me know what you think about those tampers that I showed to you today, and what is your favorite tamper and why. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is MiiCoffee Show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!